say words from walls again, but trust the time will come. These hands will catch your breath again, breath again. I tried to run from it, but you're breathing down my neck again. I should have seen this coming from the start. I don't need you, I swear I don't. I left my body unnoticed. The touch from your hand was so cold. And I remember when I was a
shame deep every single word you say.
That last band was Fate Seeker, man. They give me such era vibes. But we also heard on the intro Elijah. We also listened to Pale Curse. All three of those bands live on the Banger Wednesday Spotify playlist. They're all bands that have been on the show. Please take the time to go find that playlist and add it and listen to it. It's become a great tool for the show and for all the bands. It's a great way to network and beat the algorithm. So find it, listen to it. If you're watching this live right now on YouTube, make sure you make your way down there, hit the subscribe button, costs you nothing, but it will alert you when we go live for other shows. And stay tuned because I got a few other little things coming up, so some cool things. I'll circle back to that in a minute. But let me get into the intros real quick. Joining me on the co-host panel tonight, I got Dom from Set Alive, Word Up, and Distance is Dead. Joining us in spirit will be Bo from Elijah. We heard his band on the intro. And also joining us in spirit is Miss Scarlet from Lunarscape and World Shaper. Now, we got 3 bands lined up for tonight, and those are Word Up, Pathologic, and Oceans in Silhouette. And that will be the order we're going to get to them in. But let's see. Real quick, I do want to say this. This is Season 4 Banger Wednesday. Still crazy to say that shit. This will be the final episode that we have bands on. We will have one more host hangout, and we'll call that the actual official season finale. And we'll take a break for the holidays because, you know, Thanksgiving and Christmas is coming up, so we'll take those. Now, during those times, that's where those little surprises I was cooking up comes in. When we go back live at the beginning of the new year for Season 5, I will have that new instrument giveaway completely lined up. We'll start that giveaway. Someone's going to win a new guitar. I think I settled on a 7-string. I'm just narrowing down what little bells and whistles we're going to get on it, but it will be a 7-string. So if you want to take part in that, make sure you tune back in. We'll, you know, let people get involved with it for Season 5. We'll give it away towards the end of Season 5. And we are still cooking up the Battle of the Bands, working on a few other little giveaways tied to that. If you want to take part in that, be sure to hit us up. Your band does not have to be on the show or have previously been on the show to take part in it. But that's enough talk. I'll cover some more of that later. Let's go straight up into Word Up. First band of the night. I got Dom and I got Tim, I believe, here. Why don't you guys tell us what we're about to get ourselves into?
We're about to listen to a new single that we just released a couple months ago called The Program.
Hell yeah. A man that follows directions. Love it. All right. So I already have these guys already on the Banger Wednesday Spotify playlist. I will say the Banger Wednesday Spotify playlist probably about 500 more times tonight to get used to it. So here we go. We're going to play this track start to finish, and then we're going to get into Q&A. If you're watching live on YouTube, make sure you put a comment in the chat if you want us to ask a particular question. All right. Here we go. The Program. Word Up. right. So let me get these guys back on here. That was Word Up the program. All right. So Dom, you're taking the back seat on this one, but I know you well enough to know some particular questions you normally ask, so we're going to throw it back at you for. All right. This is going to be for both of you guys, actually. So, but specifically for Dom, I know he's in a few different bands and they're kind of different styles. But what inspirations kind of were your guiding lights for this particular track?
I'm actually, we're gonna give this one to Tim because Tim's actually, he's the bigger head on this, on the writing and inspirations on this, because he actually did most of the composing. So I'll divert most of the questions for Tim on these ones.
All right.
So I just really like old school pop punk, easy core stuff. So I write a lot. Like I really like Census Fail, Under Oath, Taking Back Sunday, A Day to Remember, of course. There's tons of bands, but it's just I like hitting that like 2000s like pop punk emo stuff. So yeah, when we were in the studio for this track, it was definitely Census Fail was what I was thinking. Listen to them scream. They're also this band called Rival Town, and I think they're out of, where are they from? Rival Town, super awesome band. But his screams, his highs were just, yeah, I was feeling that big time.
Oh yeah. So let's see. I'm sorry, Dom. Did you want to add anything?
No, that's basically because I have similar influences. So when he said that's when so the story behind it is how I joined Word Up. Is I met a homie through my cousin at our high school reunion, and then he introduced me to Tim and said, "Yeah, go meet up with Tim at Tim's house." I showed up at Tim's house, and Tim said, "Are you ready?" And he threw me in a mic that day and said, "Okay, start recording." And this or many pieces. One of them we started recording that day, and it was his little test for me. So, but it ended up we had some pretty similar likes from that. And so when he told me to I have to get like Census Fail, like that high, like gritty, I was like, okay, yeah, I'll do that. So
yeah. So you said at your reunion, was that like your 1 year reunion? Because you're definitely not old enough to have a 10-year yet, huh?
no, it was my cousin's 10-year reunion. I crashed it.
Oh, about to say, man. Like how the hell you had a 10-year reunion already? All right, I missed that part. My bad. All right. So yeah, let's see. I'm trying to call in all the spirit animals of Bo and Scarlett for all the questions they normally ask. But I want to go into some of the recording, mixing, mastering. Let's start off with you guys do this as a home studio thing, or you guys went to an actual studio?
So it's actually, sorry, my camera's all messed up.
Producing stuff, and so I just do everything on my own. So it's all patched in through my little home studio. Yeah.
Cool. So
I think I sent. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. No, your show.
Oh, the only thing, my buddy Andrew Myers from Andrew Myers Mix. He's a local guy, but I have him do the mastering. Just get my ears off of it so he can do the final touches. But other than that, it's top to bottom homebrew.
Yeah, sounds great. And I'm gonna have a 2-part question here because I just saw Bo's comment. First question is the guitars. We're gonna assume that they are plug-in, and if so, what plug-in?
So actually, it's not a plug-in. One of my good buddies, he's actually helping build the studio back right now. Him and the bassist are slaving away while we're doing this, but he works for it's a company called In Music, and they do like Akai, Alesis, Moog, Headrush. So he's a big guy in the Headrush effects pedals, and so he had a prototype for me, and so he set me up with it, and now both the guitars are on these Headrush. They're basically like another version of like a Quad Cortex or a Line 6 Helix, and so we actually I just direct in. I have my presets there, so it's the same studio as live.
Okay, cool. And so the follow-up question, and I gotta get this is gonna be like a Jeopardy kind of thing. We're gonna give our answers, and we gotta see if the so Bo chimed in his guess on the tuning of the guitars. He's saying drop B. I'm trying to think if I want to agree with that or not. I'm playing the song back through my head here. Ooh. You know what? Just so I don't piggyback off of Bo, I'm gonna say it's drop C. Bo, so is it drop B tuning, drop C tuning, or we both suck and need to find different jobs?
It's drop B.
Okay, good job, Bo. Sick and he can still
Nailed it.
hear it. Right on. So obviously you did a standard miking. You went through the spiel on how you did it. Is that the same for your drum and bass? So you mic the drums, or were those MIDI modeled? Or
So drums are Get Good Drums, Modern Massive, or One Kit Wonder Metal, One Kit Wonder, and then basically I laid out like a map for our drummer, and then we'd learn the songs, play through them, ruminate, and then he would come over, and I would just sick him on doing all the lining up everything that he actually plays. So everything's pretty it's all direct in, except for Dom's vocals. He's basically the only like really live through a mic thing on it, and then bass is through like I think we did through an Ampeg DI pedal, and then we paired it up with the Neural DSP Parallax to give it a little extra body.
yeah, it's definitely really good sounding mix and match. Especially for the style, the levels were what I would expect for that style. Oh, hang on, get some back feed going on. Fix this. All right, good. All right, and great on the levels. I do like the balance between all the instruments. You could hear what everyone was doing, and that's something we see a lot of sometimes on this show. People that do DIYs and they kind of lose themselves in the balance and levels, and got a lot of overlapping instruments over certain frequencies that kind of muddy it up. But you guys did a really good job of taming all that, so to speak. Great track. So let's see. I do want to talk about. I want to say I saw Dom post that you guys maybe did a gig recently. Was that? You guys are. You guys are gigging. Yeah. Okay. Cool. What's that schedule
We
look
played
like?
this last Friday. It's not much of us. I mean, we get it where we can get it. Our guitarist, our rhythm guitarist, he owns a venue in town, which is like our, like basically the punk rock metal venue that everyone grew up at here. It shut down. Him and another one of our buddies bought it, and so we play there often. We're trying not to play there too often, but now we're trying to just kind of like seek out. We played Tacoma recently, working on a Spokane Coeur d'Alene gig. Just trying to get out and not play the same venue over and over because we all know how that goes.
All right. So guitar questions. What were the guitars that were you make model?
Yeah, so I have a Schecter SLS Evil Twin, and it's pretty cool. I've been really into Schecters. Was on a C1 Hellraiser for a while, and then sold it because I'm a drummer. I don't even like really play guitar. So I broke my foot a couple years ago, and I decided I would just start playing guitar again. So I went on Sweetwater and financed a really bitchin' guitar, and so that's when this all basically really started. Was because I didn't have anything to do but play Call of Duty and Camo Grind and play guitar. So so it's SLS Evil Twin. The Fishman Fluence pickups are really awesome. They're really great for the style and everything. I really like the EMG 8185s, but this set I've been way more stoked on. And then the other guitar it's that Fender. It's that Tele. No, it's the Strat. It's the Strat with the EMG 8185s in it. Is it the Jim Root?
Yeah, that sounds right.
One of my old guitars from me and the other guitarist, old band.
It was
ran into
white with a black pick guard.
Yep.
Yeah,
yep,
Jim
that's the
Roots.
one. Yeah, so it's the Jim Root one. And one of our old guitarists from way back ran into my buddy, who's the rhythm guitarist, and heard that he was going to be playing music, so we just gave it to him. And so we're playing through some. We got some pretty bitchin' guitars.
Yeah, about to say they sounded really good. That's why the first question was how did you record that? But yeah, man, that German Root's badass. I love that guitar. You know, it's on my wish list. But yeah, going back to the Fishmans, and I had a guitar with Fishmans. That was my favorite guitar. I got rid of it whenever I got out of the game. Miss them. They're kind of hard to beat. You know, Fishman. Oh, see, yeah,
Oh, no.
but see, Ben's biased, man. Don't listen to that dude. I love him. And for me, mostly, I like the modern, but I play in some really low tunings, kind of. Yeah, I don't know why Ben can hate me. I still like you, Ben, but I don't. I'm rocking my Fishmans. So let's see. You know, this is a question for Dom. Dom, ton of different influences. He got a ton of music out there. What is it about doing vocals in this band? Like, what is your mindset when you go into doing vocals for this type of music compared to some of the other stuff you do? Whatever do you have to like warm up differently? Do you have to write differently? What's the difference?
I think like the big difference is, well, I mean, it's punk, so I got to channel like the inner punk and some of those older 2000s emo vibes. I think I don't really get to do that a lot in some of the like deeper metalcore and my satellite butt rock project. That's like deathcore / butt rock, whatever it is. But I think more so it's just live. I actually get to play live in this band, so some of the other projects have really been just like projects or recording projects. So this one I actually get to play live. So I get to channel stage presence and let Tim do all the talking because I don't talk in the mic when I'm on stage.
Oh yeah, yeah. And that was gonna be my follow up question, because since you do get to gig, does that influence some of the way that you're delivering some of the vocals? Because I mean, I imagine you're trying to get the crowd somewhat sucked in to play along, so to speak. Do you find that you're doing some of that while you're writing?
No, well, I'm getting better at trying to have better stage presence. It's a work in progress, but there's a lot of like melody ideas and stuff. We're trying to get our drummer mic'd up because Vic has a beautiful angel voice, and that man needs to start doing some melodies. Literally, I mean, Tim can scream. He doesn't know it, but he can. He fucks around, but he can scream. Andrew can scream really good. But like we have some actual like vocal talent that I think we could do some really cool melody stuff if we just got people mic'd up and started practicing it. So, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh, most definitely, yeah. Because you guys got like a really cool bass with the when I say bass, I mean BASE. With the style you guys are writing and how you're writing it, if you could introduce some of those ideas, you got a really good foundation. Put those on, elevate it all together. So that would be really cool. Interested to hear if you guys can make that happen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So let's talk about so we talked about gigging and whatnot. You guys got like merch out there or anything yet?
Yeah, we have t-shirts right now. I mean, I guess if you wanted to message us on Instagram, we could probably ship you one. We don't have it very professional. The thing about this band is it's more been like a passion project of just wanting to write music. And I like gigging, but I mean, I've been playing since like 20 years. And anymore, it's just been like we just do it more to play music than anything. But we're always down to like get stuff out to people. But the more we get professional recordings out and the more we see ourselves on stage and how we're doing, it's making us, get the itch back to be like, oh, we're going to do it. We're going, we can do all the things. We're going to try to tour. We're going to, so yeah, we do have merch out, but we're not really hustling it.
Right. And so I'm reading the comments. Bo had another question, and I'm a fine tune his question. Question was, as a band, and I'll fine tune it. What do you guys find is the biggest obstacle when you guys are writing? Because obviously you guys all have different backgrounds. What do you guys find to be a common hurdle? Putting stuff.
Finding time.
Oh yeah.
That's
Time's
the
the
biggest
great
one.
valuator.
The cool thing about this group is everyone's very experienced, so it's kind of how I like how Dom was saying. Like I just basically put people on the spot. I'm like an improv player, I love playing improv, doing like funk and jazz and stuff. So I'm not scared of doing the improv. So when I bring musicians into play, if they're going to be playing with, I put them on the spot, and it works out really well when they're a good musician. So with Dom, it's been great. Our bassist did the same thing, and he's an absolute nutbag. He's so good. And then we've got Vic, who's again we don't have much hurdles when we're in the process of recording. It's legit about finding the time and executing.
Yeah. So and your question kind of spun off another one. So when you say great music or whatever, would you be maybe speaking specifically to music theory understanding?
I don't know dick about music theory. I'm
Me
a
either.
drummer,
That's why I
so
was asking.
Yeah, but I'm a drummer, but I've played enough with, and that's how I learned to play guitar. Is like just copying my guitarist after practice. I go home and pick up my guitar. But then we've got Derek, he'll come in and then he'd be like, "Oh, you're doing it wrong. I see what you're trying to do, but try this, and then I'll do this, and I see what you're trying to do, and then we'll execute." And all of a sudden, it's like, "Oh, this is what I'm hearing in my head. I was a half step up on here," and then he's doing playing his proper bass chords, which is super cool. Because yeah, again, I don't really understand. I hear things and I try to stack to get to where I need to be, but having him come in and do a session and just kind of like iron out all the little wrinkles here and there, it's good shit.
Yeah, those guys with the music theory, deep understandings. Love to hate them, I guess. Yes, I'm looking at you again, Ben. But yeah, I never had the lesson, so whenever it comes to writing, yeah, I just do what my ear tells me, and then if it's not exactly right, I just add another layer of something else to try and.
To be fair, I never had lessons either. I don't want to hear those excuses, man. You can. Yeah, I believe in you. You can do it.
Yeah, well, it's funny because like I went from not playing guitar, playing gigs in like 9 months. Like a bunch of my friends, like, yeah, we need to make a band. I'm like, well, play an instrument. I'll pick up guitar, whatever. And like seriously, less than a year, we were a band and we were playing gigs, and it was god awful. But yeah, so I kind of learned on the fly. It was a shit show for the first time. But man, again though, great track. It's another flavor we don't get often on here. And I feel like tonight's going to be a bunch of different flavors, so it's not going to get boring. Great track to start the show off with. And we started it off with this band because also so we could free Dom up so he can help with the Q&As for the rest of the night. But yeah, I tell you what, now's a good time to maybe do the open floor part. Dom, if you guys have anything you want to talk about before we move on, throw it down.
Dom?
Yeah, follow us on Instagram, follow us on any of our socials. We're pretty much on them all. If we have any shows, come play with us. If any of the bands in here or if any other bands are watching, we'd love to play some shows. If we got any hookups, yeah, we got merch.
Yeah, if you guys are from the Northwest, we Raise Gold Mine is the venue in town here. So if you guys need a hookup to get into that venue, it's sometimes 5 shows a week. There's multiple venues here that we're pretty tight with. So if you guys ever want to get through and want to play some music, you just let us know, and we will make that happen because we need music in our town really bad. It's been kind of dead for a while. But yeah, we'd love to play shows anywhere from Oregon, Idaho, Washington, somewhere in the area. So if anyone's down, that's in the chat or in our chat or in the lobby right now, it'd be super cool. We're always down.
Or in YouTube future.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And then,
so yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say that we are, so we do have like a stack of songs. We've got two singles out right now. The first one was called Mini Pieces, and that was Dom's first day in the studio. I think we even used those tracks from that day, which is kind of wild. It was some first takes. and then we released a program, and now I'm actually building a legit studio, and we're gonna knock out our album here in the winter. So once that's all complete, so hopefully by next spring we'll have a decent length album out for you guys.
Word. Well, word up.
Word up.
Hell yeah. All right. So if you happen to just hop in, it's the first part of this episode for some reason. Got Tim, got Dom from Word Up. We listened to their track. Talked about all the places you can go and listen to them. And if you missed all that, there's a really easy shortcut. Go to the Banger Wednesday Spotify playlist. I have them there. Listen to them there. Click on their band name and go to their band page, and down the rabbit hole you go. Like I said, I'm gonna pitch the Spotify playlist all night because it has done some really cool things for a lot of bands. Definitely helped them beat the algorithm and get a lot of listens. Be a part of the family and play it. It plays everywhere, all the same. In your car, in your bedroom, in the bathroom, while you're taking a deuce. It works. I promise. Test it. Proved. All right. Let's go ahead and move on to the next band for tonight. Thanks, Tim and Dom. We're going to go ahead and hop over to Pathologic. And let's see. Mitch, Tyler, and Josh. Tell us a little bit about what we're about to get.
What's some previous band? Oh, yeah, that was awesome.
And we're Pathologic, and it's called. So hope you guys like it.
Oh yeah, and if for whatever reason they were maybe a little distorted for you guys, what they said was Pathologic, and we're about to check out this track on Spotify, and here we go.
Yeah, a little bit.
Dirty little rats, yeah, I'll just feed them to the snakes. Reaching for my neck, but can't afford. Acting like a friend when I know you're playing pretend, but in the end, you're just a play dead, motherfucker, play dead. Play dead, motherfucker. Play dead, boy.
Hell yeah. That was about to play the next track. All right. You know what, Bo, Dom, you get to lead off. What you got for these boys?
Yeah, guys. I fucking love it. That was sick. It's super. I like the snare hits. I guess my first question before I ramble on about the drum are those recorded drums?
No. It's all VST.
You might have to
All
like
games?
closer. Yeah, all program. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering because at first it sounds like that. I like the wide open snare sound, so that was really cool. But a lot of the synthy stuff that's in there, like it's very like an experimental kind of. I don't know,
Yes.
like yeah, it's very like experimental on the production and just the composition of the song itself, and I fucking love it. It's sick. Seriously, who's the vocalist? Yeah, dude. Screams are freaking those are gnarly screams. The flipping the coming in with like the soft vocals, and it's like everything just like I don't know. That was a trip, dude. That was a roller coaster. Yeah, I love that. That was heavy. That was brutal, and it was like everything. Every turn was like a little bit of a surprise. Walk me through the inspiration. Like, what was the inspiration of this song?
Go ahead, Josh.
So we won't get too personal, but it was a very personal story. Had a close friend, even closer to them, who kind of took a big dump on us, and
It's a diss track.
it really set
It was the toilet paper to that big dump.
it really set us back like big time. So it was really a fuck you song. Excuse my language.
Oh, you can curse. You're good, brother.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so
Come on, pussy.
yeah, no, it was a fuck you song because it's you can't personally attack people that you're supposed to love.
Yeah.
And it was a whole group type of deal thing. So the song was very, very aggressive. Yes, I know. And it's a diss track. It is what it is.
Yeah, right.
No, I love it. I mean, it sucks. Yeah, like it sounds like a really close friend take a dump on you, but the song that came from that is freaking brutal and badass. So, like, awesome job on the song, guys. So walk me through like on your guys' current lineup where you guys are at right now. How'd you guys all meet? How'd you walk me through the formation of the band?
Well, I've been friends with this guy since 7th grade, so like we've been friends for over 20 years, and every time we've played in the band, it's always been together. And then we met this guy a few years back. About how long ago is it now?
3.5 years.
3.5 years. Got him down here. We've it's been us three like pretty solid the whole time. We've gone through some bassists and some drummers and everything, but we currently have a new drummer and a new bassist, and we're getting out there and playing shows.
Fuck yeah! How many shows are you guys playing shows right now? How many are you guys any upcoming, or what's up with the plan for that?
So for the rest of the year, we've got a show October 11th, Ground Zero, Spartanburg, South Carolina. That's with a band called Die the Fallen and Vexus. And the show after that, I believe, is
18th.
The 18th in Lexington, North Carolina. That's a whole little 2-day fest thing that a buddy of ours set up. And then the last show that we're going to play for the year is November 11th, and we're co-headlining with Flaw.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, we don't got anything else lined up after that for right now. We're going to kind of focus on putting out a little bit more music before the end of the year.
Hell yeah. How much music do you guys have out right now so far?
5 songs.
Sweet. And are you guys typically this heavy? Is this I know this was a really like heavy song. Is this about as heavy as you guys usually are? Or is this more like on your heavier spectrum of what you guys usually play?
I would say it's like how heavy we are normally.
Yeah, maybe like mediocre. It might be like just a smidge to the side of the heavier side of Pathologic.
Yeah, so if you listen to a few of our other songs, they are heavy, but you'll hear more of what Pathologic's main style is, and it's based off of new metalcore, or excuse me, new metal in general. but
There you
then
go.
we mix in the metalcore for new metalcore.
Yeah, yeah. Each one of our songs, they have a different take on, and some of them like incorporate a lot more notes, right? Versus just like just a straight, just brutal, just in your face tone.
Right.
So we like to shake it up.
Oh yeah. Well, I really want to. I want to listen to you guys live. I want to hear that song live. That's so sick, dude.
Nice.
But
All right. Yeah. Please.
what so said you guys known each other for like a really long time. I mean, walk me through some of your guys' future plans for the band. I know you guys walked me through your future plans for shows, but I mean, do you guys have any like big goals in the next couple years that you guys are kind of aiming towards?
So next year we're looking at starting touring for the first time. And we actually have a tour run set up with a band called Necrofear. Autumn Lies Buried, if you know who they are, they were on the tour, but due to some personal reasons, they had to back out. So they added another band called Dead Weight. We're really going to focus on basically getting as far out as North Carolina as we can possibly get.
That is the goal.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, guys. Well, that's exciting. Already getting ready to go on tour. Got some new music coming out. You guys are releasing bangers already. I'm excited to go listen to what you guys already have. I'll be listening to this on the Banger Wednesday playlist for sure. For that little call out for you, Forge.
Thank you. We appreciate
But,
it.
I mean, awesome. Like that. No, this is seriously. So with my other band, Set Alive, like my first song was kind of like the one I released was kind of like this style, and then the rest of it's butt rock, and then but it's like I love this shit. It's so good. So
Nice.
yeah, I'm excited to check you guys out. But I think I'll pass over to Forge now and let him ask some questions now.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hang on 1 second. Dry mouth. In case you're wondering, yeah, I'm not gonna say the name of the beer because they're not sponsoring. If you want to call it beer, it's cider. Yeah, real men drink their apple juice out of a can with alcohol. All right, but
if you really want to go the right way, real men drink honey. They drink mead. So
there we go. There you go.
But cider is a good alternative. Way better than beer.
Yeah. But okay. So Bo does have a question. And it's gonna be that same question as the previous band. And Bo's putting in some really good guesses, and I want to say the same tuning he said, but I'm gonna say a different tuning just to be different. I'm okay with losing, Bo. He's asking if it's drop F. I'll just go ahead and just say, is it drop A?
Ooh, right in between. Right in between.
Okay.
Yeah, we're drop G.
Nice. All right. So
we have discussed trying to go down to drop F, but I don't know. We haven't experimented that far yet without going, like more into the longer, scale length guitars and all that good stuff. But that might be in the future plans for sure.
But are you guys on sevens?
Yes, yeah. we are on sevens.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Yeah. I have we pretty much play baritones right now, but
Well, you do. I don't.
yeah, there's a I don't know. Still getting used to the I don't know. I hate thick strings. I cannot glide on thick strings. This dude loves thick strings. I do not, and that's some of the hindrance on like getting down to the F so far. But we're working through them.
Oh yeah, and string gauge matters. It does. But yeah, I get it. Takes some getting used to. I want to say it was the beginning of this year. Into last year, I got my first 8-string, and the learning curve wasn't so much the neck as it was, like you guys say, the strings just felt totally different. But yeah, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
So since we'll piggyback on the previous question. So what guitars are you guys using, and what are those pickups? So we can probably piss Ben off some.
You go ahead. You go first.
So I had I don't know. It's LTD. It's the Arctic Metal LTD series, and it has a EMG, just the humbuckle pickup. I think it's the 81 is the pickup that's in it, and it's all just solid white, just beautiful, beautiful. But it has its ups and downs during recording. Actually, I recorded some of that song on his guitar, which has the passive pickups, to trying to give it a little bit more of a, to fill it out a little bit more. But, of course, he'll tell you his guitar, and I'll segue into that.
Yeah, I play the Ibanez Apex 20, one of Monkey's signatures. I took the DiMarzio Blaze pickups out of it, and I just have the one bridge pickup. It's one of the what is it? The Seymour Duncan Tim Holcomb Omega.
Okay,
You
yeah.
know, because I only use my bridge pickup anyway.
You said that was Mark Holcomb's Omega, you said?
Yeah, Mark Holcomb.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
sorry.
Oh, y'all good. For those that don't follow the Mark, he plays in Periphery.
Periphery, that's right.
And
Periphery.
and he's a PRS artist as well, I believe. Yeah. Ben can
Yeah.
Ben's got the inside scoop. Hell
Ben?
Yeah. All right, so okay, we talked about the guitars. Did we talk about how you guys recorded this? No, don't think so, right?
I don't think we have.
All right, what was it?
Yeah,
Was it DIY in that room you guys are sitting in, or did you guys go to a big fancy studio?
Oh, close. It was close. It wasn't this room, but it was at his house in his basement.
Yeah.
And no, we recorded all of the tracks there, and we did. So we were fresh in the recording our own music and everything. We haven't really mastered the whole mastering side of it yet, right? So what we did was we went ahead and recorded all the tracks, programmed the drums, put the synths in, lined everything up, and then we sent it out to be mastered. And that's obviously what you listened to just a few minutes ago. But we're getting there as well. So that was Jake Makes Metal. I believe it was some it was through some avenue that they hooked up.
Yeah, it was Jake Makes Metal. And if you ever need any song mixed and mastered, he's like super cool dude. Really easy to work with. I actually sat on a Zoom call with him and went through it and fixed tones and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that whole song was written of just us sitting at a computer and just fucking around.
So, with that question, it reminded me of one that I was sitting on while Dom was talking, and I forgot about it, but I remember now. So, who is if anyone, who is the Mushroom Head fan? Anyone?
Oh,
Me has got both of Mushroom Head.
Yeah, that would be both of us on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, because I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but your guitar, either one of the guitars or both of the guitars, and the way the kick drum sounded, totally reminded me of some Mushroom Head tones. Yeah, you guys are really close to some of the tones they used to pull. I haven't listened to any of their newer stuff. This was older stuff.
Yeah. Old school fans of Mushroom Head as well. I haven't listened to any of their newer stuff as well, but they had a unique tone. We also want to incorporate some Emira, some of their, they have a little bit of taste themselves, as well as some old school and Flames, just the way their drums sounded as well.
Yeah,
and that's where we're working on. But actually, I think maybe it sounds like the stuff we're going to be recording throughout the rest of this year will actually be the live drums. But that's to be determined. We'll see what's up with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that song actually he wrote the breakdown part, but the rest of it I came up with, and just fucking around and with the trying to get it along with the drum beat and everything. But to me, a lot of that, the riffs in that, and even the little weird guitar parts at the beginning are it's kind of like our version of Korn's Clown in a way. Yeah.
Man, speaking of Korn, did you guys see their new line of 7-strings that came out, Yin and Yang?
Hey, got one. I do not have one yet. He purchased one. I have to get one.
Which one?
I am on the mission.
Oh, I got the monkey signature
Okay.
because it has the U bar on it. It's got the U bar. I want the U bar.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, the
son of a bitch.
really, really cool looking guitar.
Yeah.
So yeah, we heard your tour schedule. So what are your primary platforms you like people to go to listen?
Mainly Spotify, but like it's kind of hard like getting people to like listen to your stuff on Apple Music and everything. We get like way more streams on Spotify than we do Apple Music.
But you know what? Whatever your preferred platform is.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah,
On everything.
Yeah.
yeah.
There.
Yep. That's it. Whatever you prefer to listen to. We are there.
Oh yeah. But yeah, it's the Apple thing. And correct me if I'm wrong. I think a lot of times when you're getting those little random Apple listens on your whatever you're using to track your plays, I think some of them are coming from people Shazamming you, hearing you somewhere else. A lot of times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of cool.
Oh. Yeah, we get one every now and then.
Yeah, and I'm willing to bet it's probably like someone Shazammed you off of something. Maybe they heard you on the Banger Wednesday Spotify playlist. Yeah, I'm gonna plug that. I'm gonna plug it. But so yeah, so like we said, we talked about your that the platforms merch. You guys on the merch wagon yet?
Oh, we are getting better about it. We've only had one style of shirt, and we actually sold out of it. We never have much posted online as far as like inventory stock, but we will be at the beginning of 2026 for sure. We are hoping to open up the new year with full blown activities.
Oh yeah, and I'll say this real quick, and I'm gonna give you guys open floor here. Again, great track. After listening to everything you said, doing a lot of DIY yourself and sending it off to get mastered and everything like that. It was a really great sounding track. To Dom's point, a very experimental, industrial, new metal feel. It was cool. Again, like I said earlier, I had the feeling we were getting a bunch of different flavors tonight. And here we are in this world now. And again, as Dom said, because Dom says a lot of things I want to say before I can say them. I'm anxious to hear what else you guys come up with. I like the direction you're going in. It's a little bit out of the norm for us on the show. So, yeah, definitely keep in touch with us so we can hear more of it. But, yeah, is there anything else you guys wanted to touch on before I move on?
No, man,
Well, I do want to say we appreciate you having us on. This is actually our third time being on here, so we appreciate you having us back.
Yep, I remembered. I think a couple of those were before Dom's time, so that may be why he doesn't remember it so much. Because again, like I said earlier, we're season 4, man. It's crazy.
Yeah,
congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations on that. That's awesome, man.
Thank you. But yeah, so if you just joined at home, we just wrapped up with Pathologic. Listen to their track. We had Mitch, Tyler, and Josh. And before them, we had Word Up. We had Tim and Dom. And now we're going to move over to another person who is no stranger and apparently doesn't like Fishman pickups. Ben from Oceans and Silhouette. So, Ben, tell us a little bit about the band and what we're about to check out with you.
So the band itself, started out as like a post-hardcore kind of project at the beginning of the pandemic, morphed into a kind of Polyphia style instrumental thing. After that, vocalist bailed. Now it serves as a vehicle for all of my writing that I do and have like guest vocalists come on. There's no room in the market for a Polyphia style band anymore. If your name isn't Polyphia or Animals as Leaders or Intervals. So having vocalists work on the songs that I was writing for another vocalist, finishing up an album right now. But yeah, so all the music that gets released under Oceans and Silhouette is entirely written, composed, recorded by me. I have featured vocalists on all the tracks. Got an album I'm working on right now, Kintsugi, that's got people from Halocene. I tour with Halocene, so they're going to be on one song. Dave Escamilla from Crown the Empire. He's in Stray-View now, but he was one of the original vocalists. A lot of people from social media that are just, you know, relatively well known, but not like, you know, industry names. So yeah, it's going to be really exciting to get that out. So the song you're hearing right now is Cemetery in the Clouds. That was the most recent single with my buddy Parker, who's just like a freak of nature on vocals. You guys are going to die when you hear the outro. And yeah, I wish it was 2 weeks from now you guys were doing another one, because I'm filming music videos for both this song and my next single this weekend. And you guys could have seen a music video, but that's all right. At least I'm here now.
All right, maybe we'll squeeze something in. We'll see how it plays out. All right, because now he's got me intrigued. All right, we'll see. But you know, Ben. So if we're just listening at home, make sure you put your eyes on the screen so you can enjoy.
It's just a visualizer. So
you still want to look at it. We're still gonna look at it. We're gonna look at it. All right. So we got Oceans in Silhouette with Parker. Cemetery in the Clouds. We're YouTube, so
I thought I heard voices in the sky, like just like a I thought I saw a rose line, I feel like a cemetery. Call out my name as you feed the altar. Blood, fear for shelter.
And then I fell into your eyes. A cemetery in the clouds is when it's raining when we die.
Almost about to play it again. I mean, it's worth another play, but we'll save that for later. Go ahead, Dom. Hop in here.
Yeah, dude. As always, stuff fucking rock. I don't know what in the fucking amazing anime intro. This is what they're gonna train all the AI algorithms on. Like that's exactly what this reminds me of. Like that guy's voice and just the composition. It's so unique. It's just so diverse and so unique. It instantly brings your ear in, and my brain instantly goes to things like this is the kind of shit that like people are like duking out with their AI things, and then people are listening to it off Suno and are like, "Oh, that was a good song." No, like, you're actually like the dude behind it. They're just training the algorithm off you. But yeah, dude, that's
too kind, man. Thank you.
It's really good, dude. Really, really good. I want this to be in like some of my favorite anime intros. I really do. I think it's fucking so sick.
God, yeah. If anybody out there has their own anime they're working on, throw it in there. I want to see it.
Yeah, that was sick. That guy's range in his vocals was unreal. That was really cool because that was phenomenal. That was really cool to listen to. That was a trip, man. So you've been on here a couple times. I think it's, what is it? Surrendered Silence. Which one I've been listening to?
Surrendered Silence and Shouting from the Ocean. Yeah.
Yeah, one of them I've been listening to a shit ton. I still have it on like my little like playlist, but I guess like walk me through. I'll probably go more into like some marketing stuff because you do have a bit of a social media presence, and I'd like to kind of walk through some of your, I guess, your networking. Walk me through like kind of what you've done to network and to be able to build these relationships kind of with these connections you have with some of these people.
Yeah. So like Parker specifically, and actually a lot of the vocalists that I know found me through a few years back when like Era and Spiritbox were releasing Era's self-titled and Eternal Blue. I was one of those guys who was just like grinding out like full instrumental covers within like, sometimes 5 or 6 hours of the song being released, and just dropping them up on YouTube with a full playthrough, like the full backing track for vocalists to sing over. And so I made a lot of connections with vocalists who were just kind of picking up those tracks and wanting to use them and, credit me because they didn't feel like using AI to strip stuff out and have it sound like trash. So got hooked up with a lot of people through there. And I had been working on like a band side project with another guy who ended up like joining a band that was on a label, and now they've been like shelved. And he basically like screwed me hardcore and like left me like sitting with just reams of songs that I'd started writing for him. And yeah, so I just, I started reaching out to a lot of the vocalists that I had done covers with. Some of the people are ones that I didn't know before I started writing the album, and I just worked the connections with people that I had done collaborations with before or that I had played shows with. The fact that I'm, touring with Holocene now gives me even more of a leg up because I'm able to, get connections through them. It gives me a little bit of legitimacy where people get a message from me and they don't think, oh, this fucking guy, get out of here. And I hate that is like a reality of how the music industry still works, even with like social media. Everyone looks at a fucking number. Everyone looks at a fucking, stream count or how many listeners you have. And they don't listen to how good you are or how well you can play. And I hate it. It drives me fucking crazy, but then I have to like play the game to get this shit to actually happen. So yeah, man, it's a mixed blessing. It goes both ways, like working really hard and grinding on doing these covers. Like, yeah, it opened a lot of doors. And then you spend a lot of time doing that and you don't have anything happen. So unfortunately, it also requires just some luck sometimes.
Yeah. And I'd say it like, not to, don't quote me on this for like any offense to like any Forge, don't like quote me on this or like anything like that, but like out of all of like the guitarists and solo musicians who have brought like people on, and arguably like in a lot of the bands, you are one of the most like technical best like composers I've heard, like as just a solo artist who's come on and done this. Like I really don't think you like,
no, I agree.
As an should feel like in any aspect because of your streams or anything, like you're not there already. Because for me, you're there already. Like I hear the shit, I hear how unique it is, and it's honestly fucking. I know I'm like fucking. I'm talking you up, but I really do mean it. Like it does come from a place of honesty. Like you have such a unique sound, man, and the networking you've been able to do and the talent you've been able to bring on the vocals to kind of bring your vision to life is like, for me, you should. The numbers just don't even make sense to me. It's like I see that, and it's obviously like they're fucking lagging behind, and they're gonna catch up eventually. Just keep going at it.
I hope so, man. That's like one of the nicest things anybody said to me in a really long time. So I really appreciate it. Yeah, and trust me, it doesn't feel like you're like blowing smoke or doing anything. So thank you. That means a lot, man. I harp on people a lot about not letting whatever number you see on your screen define how you feel about your art or somebody else's art. So it is definitely one of those things where, yeah, I wish like, you know, I had 10, 100,000 million fucking billion listeners and people were asking me to do tours, you know, but when I look at it, I'm at like 8,000 right now, and sometimes it goes up to 14. And you know what? That's more than people that are way better than me who are getting like 35 monthly listeners. So I have no room to complain about anything. And I just look at it as, here's inspiration for me to keep grinding, keep pushing, keep trying to be better and more, and, you know, talk to more people, get to network more, find connections, build up other musicians. And that's one of the things that, I don't want to change the subject really quick, but drives me crazy about the music industry now is everyone's so obsessed with what is this doing for me? And I hate it. I share my friends' music if they have 100 followers, if they have 100,000 followers. I listen to it regardless of, you know, whether you guys are signed to a label or you just wrote your first song ever. And I think that we've gotten so stuck in that mindset of like, you have to have already established yourself in order to be valuable to me. And that drives me nuts. So I really appreciate like you having said that, because that's how my thought process is too, is like, you know, fuck the numbers. This is good or not. It's either it's that or it's not.
Yeah. No, I feel that. And like just to piggyback off that point, even like I think it's like 0.04 cents podcast, like it's a whole bunch of marketing.
Yeah.
People in the music industry get together and they kind of talk, as well as like Jared Dines and everything. Like there's a whole weird like spiel on like what's changed about YouTube in the music industry with like social media. And like one of the big like caveats is like no one's wanting to collab. Like it's hard to get someone to collab because it's, for whatever reason, back in the day, everyone was like so down to collab. The metrics didn't matter as much. It was like, yeah, do the video. And now it's like, well, it's exactly that, to that point. Like, well, what is this going to do for me? Like, you know, you have 100 less monthly listeners than I do. Why should I be on your track? And it's stupid. It's really dumb. But yeah,
the vocalist that did the best on my album, who like worked the hardest, gave me the best tracks, like tuned and aligned all this stuff before they even sent it to me, were the people who were less popular. The bigger the name, I had people that I fired from the album that had really like, you know, decent followings because they just couldn't work in a professional, like respectful, you know, collaborative manner. It's either exactly the way that I want, or why the fuck am I even talking to you? You were wasting my time, and it wasn't a collaborative thing. So yeah, you know, the numbers don't mean anything. The backing somebody has doesn't mean anything. It's what are they putting into it, and how much love and passion are they putting into it?
Yeah, quote that, but clip it.
Yeah.
Clip it, Forge.
We will.
But yeah, man. But I guess, I mean, I guess I'm trying to think of questions because now we got all deep in the feels, but I guess walk me through kind of like your release strategy. So I mean, it sounds like you got kind of like a good run through. I mean, you release the track, you got a visualizer, and then you go through, you do the music videos. Walk me a little through more like per song, like what's your release strategy?
It's since everyone is all over the globe and has different financial, you know, levels that they're at as far as what they can contribute to promotion and marketing and materials like that. It's been very different. The very first song from the album, Matryoshka, got released back in January. That singer is in Trinidad and she's awesome. So, we couldn't do any like in-person, music videos, anything like that. So a lot of the marketing was individually shot together. Like people are doing a lot of those like walk-through videos where you're basically like walking down the street, walking through the forest, walking through your fucking house, whatever it is, and you're just singing in. It's a very low casual or like low pressure, very casual, iPhone shot kind of thing. That works really well for Facebook ads, meta stuff, or promoting the song. But they don't do really well as like social media posts. So, for her, it was a lot of that stuff. And then me doing a very like nicely filmed playthrough of all the guitar parts for that. The next song, High Tide, the vocalist is, she like shot a really nice video in her house with like special effects and everything, because she had that ability to do it at home. And her fiance and her are very like serious producers, and they, work really hard to present things in the way that they know like people expect. So, and then Parker, when Cemetery in the Clouds first came out, I was actually really sick. I just got home from tour from Europe and just like was basically bedridden for like 2 weeks sick. And the song dropped and I couldn't put stuff together. So Parker was putting together a ton of videos. He's doing a lot of really goofy stuff, again, filmed at home. And this is the first time for the album that we're able to put something together professionally. So the next vocalist on the album is Alex. If you've seen her, she's got purple and green hair, really good kind of like operatic metal singer. And she's flying out to do a music video. Parker's actually flying out to do a music video for Cemetery in the Clouds. And then my wife and I are filming some like partner acrobatics and aerial silk stuff that we do for like a hobby. And we're going to do a whole performance. It's going to be in one of the videos too. So that's going to be like the first official like premium, this is exactly how I envisioned it kind of marketing material that we'll put together. And I'm really excited because I'll be able to do a lot of ads off of it. I'll be able to push that really hard on social media. I've kind of decided to double down on, if you're following me, you're going to get spam shit. There's no reason to be sitting around expecting your followers to come to you to consume your content anymore. They're not going to do it. Especially like if you're the kind of musician that a lot of the people in this call are, where you're playing things that are really heavy or really low tuned, or sometimes take multiple seconds to develop. We're not hyper pop artists where something glitchy and crazy happens in the first quarter of a second and like sucks in a 17-year-old that's now addicted to your content. People's attention spans have drastically changed in the last 3 or 4 years. So this album cycle, I am DMing every single person that's following me. If you're following me, you want my music or you wouldn't be following me. So there you go. Here it is. And I think that's kind of what we have to do from now on. And that's going to be the rest of the album cycle. Is I'm going to go through the 5,000 people that are directly following me, and I'm going to message every single one of them over the course of like a 2-week period, so I don't get spam blocked by, the algorithm. But if I don't do that, no one's going to do that music for me, or no one's going to do that work for me for my music. So I have to be the biggest advocate for my own music, and hopefully that'll inspire others to see how like seriously I'm taking it and want to like help support that. Kind of reminds me of, I heard a saying when I was younger, is if you see somebody standing on the side of the road asking for a ride because their car broke down, you're less likely to pull over than if you see somebody pushing their car down the side of the road broken down to stop and help them. Same thing with this. You got to do it yourself first.
Preach it, brother.
Hell yeah. Well, I have no more questions. I think I have learned.
I know I talk a lot. I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
I have learned. No, I have been enlightened today. This is such a clippable episode, Forge. We've got like a lot of good, like, this is some deep stuff. But yeah, dude, again, I love the track, dude. I'm excited to listen to what's to come. I'll be looking forward to the music videos, and I'm rooting for you, dude. I always am, always will be.
Hey, and there's like 18 or 19 tracks on the album, so you're gonna have a lot to listen to. It's a lot of vocalists.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so
all right.
I'll piggyback on a few things Dom and Ben talked about. I'm not gonna go too far down the road. Like what Dom said, Ben was one of those artists that's been on the show that, really caught your attention and really wanted to listen and what he had going on, because he was doing things that, again, not normal for our show, but freaking amazing. I still remember music video. Wasn't Surrender to Silence, was it? It was the other one.
Shouting from the Ocean.
Yeah, that was the one where you're playing the guitar on the high stool or whatever.
Oh, no. That one's Surrender to Silence, where I'm playing in front of the pool and it's like just me. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's Surrender to Silence.
I still remember that video.
The cops filmed on me, or the cops called on me for filming that.
Hey, it means you did it right.
Yeah, well, he did a ridiculous thing. We just had a little Bluetooth speaker and my guitar was unplugged, and somebody still called the cops for a noise complaint. It's like, I fucking live here and it's 7:30 at night. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, that's still one of my favorites, and it still sticks in my head.
Thank you, man.
Funny, you guys were talking about, what is this going to do for me and stuff like that. And I've told the story a few times, but episode 1, season 1 of the show, it was me in Discord by myself listening to 6 or 7 tracks that people sent me because no one could get on. The very next episode, 2, Ben was there, Dom was there, Bo from Elijah was there, and I heard all the tracks from you guys, and Ben especially, because Ben kind of is in that realm that I'm trying to be in, not totally there, but and I heard the music on that episode from everyone, and it was just like, I don't give a shit if I ever make a dime off of this. I'm just enjoying meeting all these people and listening to all this music, because there is so much great music that you just don't hear sometimes, because I mean, mainstream media is pushing the label-backed bands, and that was the whole thing with the whole show. I wanted to get bands that I'm not going to see in ads on Facebook, or like, the usual suspects, so to speak, and that's what the show was built on. I don't make a damn cent off of it. I just like talking to people on Wednesdays and listening to music. It's fun. Anyway, going down the rabbit hole for no good reason. Back to business. All right, Ben.
Yes.
What pickups are you using?
Oh, well, let me show you. So this is the guitar. This is a Kiesel Aries 7. It's a multi-scale. And it has these bare knuckle juggernauts. So that's Misha from Periphery's signature. I know we talked about Mark from Periphery, Seymour Duncan's earlier, but they've got one of my dog's faces printed on it. I don't know if you can tell.
Yeah, is that Misha?
That one is Oatmeal. I do have pickups. So Oatmeal is the one that we adopted a couple years back. There was a rescue. She'd been hit by a car on the 4th of July and was like in really bad shape and had been starved to death. But I do have a PRS with Becho pickups.
That's awesome.
So that's like my favorite thing with bare knuckle is they let me get ridiculous things on my pickups for no reason other than, it's insane.
So I'll tell you what, one day you'll have to hook me up with something so I can try them out, and maybe I'll convert over. But until then, I gotta stick with what I know. So that's Fishman.
Got to stick with the Fluences. Yeah. That's our. I mean, here's the thing. I had Fluences in a lot of guitars before. It's just so prevalent, and the sound is so hard to make your own because they have such a recognizable sound. So what they do is incredible, but as far as making them sound like me in the way that I want, they just don't do that for me.
Right, that makes sense. And that's like critical, especially with the style that you're throwing out. You need that for. So, of course, I got to ask this question. You said you already answered most of it. You do it all yourself. But what plugins are you using?
So the guitar tones on this are a mix of the clean tones are Neural DSP, Mateus Asado. I do blend in Corey Wong here and there sometimes, and then the distorted tones range between Gojira from Neural VSP, and I also have been using the Polychrome, the Kiesel like Hyperrig amp. Has some really awesome stuff when those two are blended together between the Gojira and that Kiesel Hyperrig. And then on my new song, I started using Buster Odeholm's Thal amp for some of the sections, which is just like absolutely filthy. The guys from Pathologic, I was going to say, like some of their tones really sounded like they had one of those amp sims thrown on because it's just filthy and it's got like so much bass just blowing everything out.
Yeah. And you know what, man, that's actually something, I do follow you and I see a lot of your stuff, so maybe I may have missed an episode of this, but do you have any episodes where you go through your mixing and mastering process of any of your tracks?
Not yet. That is going to be towards the end of like when the album is about to come out. I'm going to start doing behind the scenes walkthroughs on some of the songs, showing like how I mixed, you know, the vocals, how I did a lot of the automation. And I think especially the automation part, that's the thing that makes a lot of these songs work the way that they do, is there's so many things going on. You have to automate things down so that something else can come in and take its place and then bring it back up later. And that's, these guys are talking a lot about, you know, they're working towards doing all that stuff for themselves in the future. And automation while you're mixing is like the most overlooked thing to make something go from great to like mind blowing, in my opinion.
Yeah. Are you side chaining anything like your kick to your bass?
Bass and kick is side chained. Even like a lot of the buses, they get side chained to the kick and the snare. Vocals, the T-bus gets side chained to the vocals so that it'll duck out for certain frequencies. And I use a mix of like Track Spacer, Gullfoss, just normal like stock compressor plugins. A lot of times I just open whatever the like most immediately available like EQ or compressor is and see if I can get it to work with that one. So if it happens to be the stock Logic one, great. If I need a certain functionality from something, then I'll go for that specific plugin, like, you know, a dynamic EQ with like Pro Q4 or something. But other than that, you don't have to have paid plugins to make good mixes. I think that's a myth that people really want you to believe in.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If you do put video out like that, I'm going to check it out because I really do like how your mixes. Really inspiring for sure. So let me ask you this, because again, I'm a guitar guy. Are you doing the typical EQ where you shrink from the outwards in and just keep the mid range? Are you doing that low pass, high pass?
Depending on the section, yeah, and depending on the tone. A lot of that stuff, if you just dial it in right, you don't have to do as much of that like high pass, low pass, like carving everything into the center. That is something that I think happens mostly when people are listening soloed. You think that needs to happen because it sounds better when it's isolated. But a lot of that like upper fizziness in the guitars bleeds out when you blend it back in with the cymbals, or it actually provides a little bit of support. So I'll usually, especially on that high end, I'll do a much steep or much more shallow curve going down rather than like a, you know, 48 dB like brick wall kind of thing, because it still allows a little bit of high end to like, you know, tickle our ear while we're listening.
Yeah. I think the one of my favorite things in what I hear think is happening is that yours your tracks are super clear and whatnot, and they don't feel like they're overly compressed. Because I know a lot of modern bands are like going crazy with the compression nowadays, and yours aren't super compressed, so they feel more full and wide.
Thank you.
That's definitely something I really
that means a lot.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I feel like that's my weak spot is clear, clean mixes that feel full. So, you know, that's really good feedback to, at least I'm doing something right somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Dom. I mean, his mixes and masters, we get to hear a lot of stuff, and they feel very full, not super compressed. I don't know, Dom, any feedback?
I mean, I'm not experienced any. I've done like the Academy for a couple of years. So I'm not like crazy knowledgeable, but I mean everything, at least on all the songs I've heard that you've had released, have been, everything has a space carved out and is really nice. Everything sounds full. The bass is at a very good level, which usually, I mean, I think
it's
there's
here or here.
Yeah, it's either really low or it's really loud. A lot of the times it's really low because people want to hear the guitar come in and they don't want that backing support, and you get no bass tone and just some rumble. But I mean, your tones, everything is EQ'd and sounds compressed really well to me. It sounds industry standard.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, everything has its space carved out. Everything is distinguishable. Nothing's overlapping. I'm not hearing any like weird resonant frequencies coming through or overlays that are happening between like vocals, vocals and guitars that are creating weird frequency overlaps or harmonies that just are, I don't know. It sounds really good to me. So it sounds sounds good on my shitty car. So
the test of time.
That's awesome to hear, because most of these tracks have like between 200 to 250, or most of these songs have 200 to 250 tracks total. Like Parker, for instance, he sent me 78 vocal tracks because he has like 5-part harmonies throughout the entire song. It's just insane. And then I do the same thing to myself when I'm writing the songs. There's just like so much production, synths, other layers going in, and trying to make space for it that's always my biggest nightmare. So knowing that things aren't turning into like a cluttered, chaotic mess, that's great feedback. Thank you.
Well, I mean, yeah, for sure. Like, especially if you guys are, if you're throwing that many tracks in, it definitely doesn't sound like you're doing that, because that's usually like a muddy mess, and I would have never guessed that for sure. That sounds amazing. But to back up what Dom was saying, industry standard. Yeah, your track I could go and listen to, like, Era, then listen to you, then listen to like Novelist, and I wouldn't feel like I jumped ship, so to speak. You're like right on par with the clarity and impact those guys have. That, I guess that's a good way of putting you where I feel you stand. I feel like your Era, Novelist had babies and then kind of twisted it a little.
You know what? That's perfect, because those are my two favorite bands. So, like I have all of Pierre Donnell's signatures from Vola, from Vola the company, not Vola the band, but that's Novelist lead or other guitarist Pierre, and then Era is just like, Jesse Cash is unstoppable. So
that dude's a beast. Well, since we brought him up, so Novelist, how do you feel about the singer change up?
Oh, Camille, she's incredible. I fucking love her. More women are vocalists on songs for my album than there are men. I wanted to actually have all female vocalists for the album. That was the original intention. A lot of these songs were written for Addie from Holocene, so they're kind of geared towards female vocals from the beginning. I just could not find enough people that were available, so I did bring in a few men that I got hooked up with. And those guys crushed it. But yeah, I personally, like, when they made the decision to go with Camille, I saw so much bullshit online. It drives me fucking crazy. People are just, they're so caught up in refusing to move ahead with the times. We're stuck in there's been no good music since Van Halen lost fucking David Lee Roth era, except for now we're doing that with like modern metalcore. So I don't know, anyone that wants to bitch about women being vocalists or say that they can't scream, I'm sorry, but I would prefer listening to that over Ronnie Radke scream every day. That guy's trash at screaming.
Ronnie Radke.
And I'll leave that there for the internet to enjoy.
Yeah.
So
there's another clip for you, Dom.
I actually love Ronnie Radke, but
no.
I mean, his clean vocals are insane.
Yes.
His rapping is fantastic. His screams are, guy, hire somebody, please.
Yeah, I just have a preference. His screams and stuff, it comes from a preference from like old Escape the Fate too, though. Like there's that emo like edginess that comes from it with those false chords. That is, maybe it's a taste thing. I don't know, but
it has to be a taste thing, because your screams are way better than his. I seriously, yours remind me of Story of the Year's vocalists. Like, I just love them. It sounds like you're ripping something apart. It's so fucking good. So, yeah, when you guys played your song earlier, I was like, good, old school shit. Yes, Census Fail. Fucking Irony of Dying on my birthday. Let's go. Fucking love it.
Yeah. So it sounds like I need to go like fly over to Cali and steal Ben's little black book of vocalists. He's got quite an arsenal.
Yeah.
Man, so have you ever thought about, and maybe you have thought about like getting some musicians to back you up so you can maybe do some live gigs or something as Oceans?
So there's been discussion with a couple of different bands to do like a multiple date opening gig. Nothing that's gotten solidified. A lot of it is just because of the finances involved. Since this is something that is entirely supported by myself, I am a full-time musician living in the San Francisco Bay Area, paying $3,500 a month for rent. So buying all the stuff that would be necessary to go on tour as a band by myself is a little unfeasible unless it happens to be an incredible offer. There are definitely local things is opening slots next year that I'm in discussion with people for, that I have musicians lined up that'll come out to do either vocals, drums, bass for. So if things get booked, money's good enough, there are definitely people who will do live shows with me. It's just a matter of finding like the right thing to sign up for so that it doesn't end up like pouring money onto a bonfire.
Yeah, and that's potentially going to be what, local to you shows, or will they be nationwide potentially?
So the tours would be like probably 1 to 2 week regional tours. So like, you know, third of the US, West Coast, East Coast, whichever, depends on if one of those works out. The other ones where if it would just be like a one-off would be, yeah, like a local opener slot for like, you know, Unprocessed here in San Francisco or something like that. So those, yeah, would be just a local thing. But if I can get on one of the larger tours, that would be ideal. The whole point of this band is I want to play this music live. That's all I care about, is performing music live. So if I can get there with this, that's incredible.
And if you ever somewhere close to me, and California is a little far, but if you're any closer, I will make the drive or fly to come see you. Hell, I'll probably come to California to see you.
Where do you live right now?
I'm dead center. I'm like Louisiana. I'm in New Orleans.
Okay. Well, I just played I was in New Orleans on tour earlier this year in the spring, but that's with Holocene. So
right, yeah, I do remember seeing that. I can't remember what it was. I saw that and I was trying to do it, but I can't remember if I had another engagement with kids or something. But I'm gonna.
Well, if we come through again, I'll harass you about it.
Please.
For sure.
Yeah, it goes the same for everybody that comes on the show. If they ever come close enough and it's easy for me to scoot over, and we'll go. Out. All right. Well, that's good. So it sounds like you got a ton of music coming. It'd be really awesome if you get one of those tours lined up and go catch you live. Grab a lighter or meat or whatever your thing is. Okay. And forgot an important question. Merch. I remember a while back you had some new drops. Still got?
Yeah. So oceansandsilhouette.com, hyphens between the words, ocean hyphen silhouette hyphen. So and yeah, I've got my merch shop up on there. I've got shirts with Bicho on it. I've got mugs. I've got just normal like apparel that has like logos from my albums, lyrics, things like that. So the Bicho shirts are definitely the most popular thing that people buy, which is truly insane to me that people buy shit with my dog on it. But you know what? That's all that matters. They're having fun and I like it. And it gets him internet famous. And then maybe I can retire off of him one day. Come here, buddy.
That'd be nice, right?
Come here.
Yes.
Yes. Hi.
The real star of the show has arrived.
High five. Psh. Hi, good job.
Hell yeah. Oh, and I did miss a question. Bo was asking what was your guitar tuning on that track.
That one is in drop F sharp. The album ranges everywhere from drop A all the way down to double drop C and double drop B in some spots. So like there's stuff that's on there's an 8-string back here. So there's Mobius, 8-string. It's Genova 8. I'm sure you've seen the purple one that I have. It was in the
Yep.
Shouting from the Ocean video. So that's like their prototype for the 8-string, and it's like the most monstrous sounding guitar ever. And I can tune that down to like double drop B, and it still sounds like, you know, like a full fundamental and the pitch and everything. It's nuts.
That's insane. All right, cool. So that answers Bo's question. Dom, you got anything else?
No, not that I can think of. It's been an awesome show. It's great to see you. Yeah, it's been
Okay.
great
Well,
to see you guys too.
yeah. So here we are towards the end of the night here. We got Ben from Motions and Silhouette, a longtime friend of the show, brought us another track, and we got a bunch of different flavors tonight, which was awesome. And we talk about all the time. It seems like every show we leave just in amazement at the quality of music we get on every show. I tell everyone all the time, when I first did the first episode, I thought I was going to get a bunch of trash and I was going to feel stupid listening to this music on Twitch Live, and I have yet to be disappointed. I mean, we had that one guy that came on that I think he stole his music or some shit. I still never researched that. I never got YouTube canned or anything for it, but other than that, I'm pretty amazed by what people are doing. And then there are bands that are super young and don't have a lot of the knowledge to put out mixes and masters and whatnot, but they're out there and they're busting their ass and they're putting music out there, not being scared to do it, and it's still great music. You can hear the passion in it. So again, just never disappointed, and always happy to have my friends back. Like a Pathologic's been on a few times as well. So great show. Great one to wrap it up, but Ben's tempting me. He's got new music coming out and I don't want to sit on it too long. So we may throw some extra ones in there. If either way though, we are going to have another host hangout, and we'll start wrapping up some of the stuff, and maybe we'll throw in that extra episode, because I do want to keep reiterating, I do have that giveaway coming up for the next season. I want everyone to take part in it. Hopefully, you know, someone that really needs an upgrade can win it. Right. So it will be a 7-string. I'm not going to tell you the brand yet or the model. Still working that out. And we will have the Battle of the Bands coming soon as well. All these bands also have already been added to the Banger Wednesday Spotify playlist. Go find it, save it. If you're still hanging around on YouTube, go down there, hit the subscribe button. Costs you nothing, but it will help us, you know, in the future, hopefully. Let's see. Thanks to Dom for helping me co-host tonight. Thanks for Bo for showing up in chat. Couldn't be on camera, but he was here. And shout out to Scarlett, who couldn't make it tonight. Let's see. And again, thanks to Pathologic, Oceans, and Let, and Word Up for bringing some badass tracks. Did I forget anything, Dom? All right. Before I start rambling on, let's get this thing wrapped up so people can go on with their lives. How we always end the show is we always go back to that Banger Wednesday Spotify playlist. We're going to play a track off of there. I'll kick you guys into the outro room, and we'll call it a night. So let's see. Should have been doing this while talking, but let's see who we're going to play for the outro. How about this, Dom? Is someone you want to hear? Can't say me, by the way.
Oh, come on.
No, I mean, you really can't say me, because me and DistroKid are having some beef right now, so all my shit's down right now.
Wait, what?
They messed with my account and like somehow like upgraded my account and shit, and I was like, I don't want to upgrade my account. I don't want to pay for this. And some of my music's in limbo right now. I'm gonna switch over to someone else probably. So yeah, my music's unavailable. If you go out there looking for me, I swear I have a band. I swear I exist. They're just not available.
I'll play some Elijah.
All right, let's do that. Let's see. We'll play Elijah in honor of Bo. Who? Let's play Curses. Curses by Elijah. All right, so hang on to your butts. I'm gonna throw you into the outro room. We'll check out Elijah, And as always, bang your heads, and we'll see you soon.
I gotta go eat dinner, but I'll catch you guys soon.
Just